Welcome to the good, the bad, and the sequel. This is a movie podcast where we're talking sequels and we do it in two parts. The first, an interview with an actor or someone involved that made the film worth watching. And the second, a discussion of the sequel, what they got right, what they got wrong, and how it could have been better. Hope you enjoyed the last few weeks back, just a few weeks back. Work's been crazy. I'm an accountant. And yeah. But a few weeks back, chatted the amazing actor, even has his acting school, actor Conrad Coates, who had such a cool little role in this movie. And it ended in the deaths in this movie were very odd. Thinking about what was going on with it. But Conrad was awesome. Toronto actor. We love our Canadians. Just some great stories from his career. And one of my favorite movies ever, Hendrix, starring, I forget his name. He's the linebacker in Remember the Titans. Underrated movie with Billy Zane playing, I think, like the manager of the animals. Very bizarre movie, but very good. But yeah. But he was in Tron Legacy, movie I've never seen. But before I talk about the the graphics that I thought were cool for a second, I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop hating them. I can't mention anything more without introducing you to my partner in the sequel watching journey, Jamie Riccardi. Jamie, how are you?
I'm doing great, Doug. It's been a long time. How are you doing?
Yeah, it's been good. It would be better if, again, these type of movies, and it's funny, we were trying to time this that the Aries movie came out like the week after. Didn't work out that way with me being so busy, but that movie bombed. And one thing that I saw from people that from actors we've interviewed, directors and stuff, just other fans of film, it's like the movie's like beautiful, but it makes no sense. And I don't want to say this movie made no sense, but visually it is stunning. Like I wish I saw this in a movie theater when it came out.
So, when this came out, I remember a lot of people seeing this in IMAX, and they thought like it was great. So I think my review of this movie is it's going to maybe not be a fan favorite for a lot of people.
No,
I think it's one of those movies that it would probably be better to see when it first came out than watching it now.
yeah.
Because like for instance, the beginning of Jeff Bridges, I think that looked awful. I mean, the CGI, of the
Yes.
young.
No. And again, like I kind of teased it before I introduced you. Uh, that is what it was. When we saw it for the first time,
Correct.
when we see like the flashback of him and his son, and which I don't remember if the son was in the first one. I don't think so, right?
I don't know. I don't think so either.
Yeah. But
But
anyway, like we saw that, like the agent, I'm like, oh, okay, we've seen that before. Obviously, this is 2010, 15 years ago. It's not great, but it's fine, right?
yeah,
But then when we saw that
yeah.
shit for the whole movie,
It's just weird, but I just think it's crazy because I mean this goes along with like any movie we've seen in the past, even like Superman 2 or whatever. Like when you watch these movies when they first come out and you see like the new special effects,
yes,
maybe
agreed.
2010 it was probably really cool, like to see Jeff Bridges, like wow, like but watching it now, you know what? So the movie came out 2010, so this is what
Mhm.
15 years later.
Yeah.
It doesn't age as well. Like that part of it. Now the other part, the lighting and the special effects, great. I think visually the movie looks really cool, except for the Jeff
Yeah.
Bridges part. Um,
Totally.
I just think, to me, so I don't remember the first movie as much. I just think this movie really doesn't know what it wants to be. And like I see your little note there. Is it a Running Man? And it definitely feels like
Well,
a
there is
Running
a
Man.
scene that it is Running Man when
No,
they're all cheering out of nowhere. Out of
well,
nowhere, we get into this arena.
well, not okay. So besides that, it's my biggest gripe in this movie, and there's a bunch of gripes, but the fact that he's thrown into this mix out of the blue, and he's a master in everything that they
I
throw at
know.
him.
He's insane. No joke. I looked him up. He's been in stuff.
Yeah.
He was in something very recent, and he's in the Stallone show that you watch. The new Stallone
Yeah.
show.
He plays the bartender. Yeah. In Tulsa King.
Okay.
Yeah.
But to me, how the hell did he not get action movies at this? Because he, to me, would have been the perfect accidental, the one guy we love in the movies that we cover, like the accidental hero out of nowhere. It's like this guy's put in a situation and somehow he has these crazy skills because he was really good in that
No, no,
aspect.
so I'm not taking away from him as an action star 'cause I think he could do it, and like I said, in
Yeah.
Tulsa King, I mean, he handles a gun and everything else, it's great. I'm just saying if, you're thrown into this Tron world, which I wanna get into also, but you
Oh,
get thrown
dude,
into this
yeah.
Tron world, and you're thrown right into competition immediately, and you know how to throw these
Yeah, and
Frisbees. You
like, a couple times, maybe it was one was, like, supposed to be luck, but it seemed like he knew he was
no, yeah,
sliding out of the way to hit something else, to
there's
hit
no
something
way.
else.
Listen, I know you're a Frisbee golf guy, and you
I'm
give
a
me a bunch of
yes.
Frisbee for Frisbee golf, I'd be lucky to come close to hitting the goal, whatever you call it. Like, this is like, a different kind of Frisbee or even the motorcycles. Yeah, I mean,
Oh my god,
you
dude.
knew was gonna come into play because at the
Dude,
beginning of the
those are
movie.
that is one thing that I think is so cool, and it is a very famous, like, early on Family Guy, that was a early on clip that was shared everywhere.
Mhm.
Peter going against the guy, and he's like, "Hey, what's up, Peter? I haven't seen you since high school." And he's like, "What have you been up to?" "I'm the red guy." And he's like, "Oh my god, you're the red guy?" "Yeah, I'm the blue guy." And then Peter cuts him off and he dies.
Well, they made a Disney World ride based on this movie.
Yes.
So, and I was on it. So, I mean, like, yeah, I mean, it's all about that. I mean, it's cool, right? I just don't
Was
know
there
if,
anything from the movie on that ride? From
well,
this particular movie
the bikes. I
or
mean, no,
oh, okay.
it's literally you're on the bikes. Like, I mean, it's pretty cool. Like, it's a roller coaster that you lean forward like a motorcycle. So you're on the cycle. And it starts off going outside. So you're
Inside or outside?
both. So it starts off
Whoa.
you start off inside, you go outside, you do like this high like turn, and then you go inside with all these lights flashing. It's supposedly like a game going on. So like it's a cool ride. It's very short.
Okay.
But again, we're just talking about literally just a punky kind of kid who rides a motorcycle fast in real
That
life.
has one of the coolest apartments ever.
No, I mean, again,
Oh my
yeah, I mean,
god.
ridiculous. But you throw him into this world, and he can master everything without
He's
even
a
like he never made a mistake. He didn't make a mistake on the frisbee. He doesn't make it's just a little crazy that part of it. So that was like one of my biggest gripes. The other part, and again, maybe I don't remember the Tron the first time, but
Yeah.
so we're to believe that. So I guess in the first movie, he's a video game designer. Is that what it is? Like,
Yeah, he's like a developer designer.
okay.
Yeah,
So there's a whole world inside of
yeah.
a video game with
No,
like
I think
bars.
the one the thing that that's insane. I know. But the thing that was really wild to me was the fact that it went because I only remember in the movie just the game that they were in. They were just in a video game,
Right.
not other worlds. So I don't remember if the whole beginning of this movie that if that was not listed or mentioned in the end of the first movie, that's wild. Because they give us so much exposition like I want to do this. He's talking to like the Congress and
Yeah.
everything.
It just again, it became like Fifth Element, like Running Man inside of a video. Like that's what
Yeah.
like I'm like. So there's a whole
It was pretty
world.
wild.
Yeah. So again, I
The
get it.
ending was
Like
wild. The
they,
ending was
oh,
pretty.
the whole thing is wild. Like
Yeah,
like
yeah.
and I say this with a lot of movies we cover. That are sequels. Obviously, like if you want to call it something else, then call it something else. Like Jason X, right? And I said this. I remember I was just listening to our podcast of it recently, and I said, like,
Nice.
yeah, well, because I saw how did this get made? Our the kind of what
Our
got us started.
pals.
You
Sort
know,
of, yeah.
so I said I remember saying like if you want to make this like a killer in outer space, fine. Don't make it a Jason because it's not a Friday the 13th movie, right? And so to me, this is not a Tron movie. Yeah, you're using a Tron, you're using the lights and everything else, but when you have a whole world inside of the video game,
Mhm.
it makes no sense. Then call it something else. And then now the movie's something different. But when you're calling it Tron, it's a sequel to the first movie, which again, I don't remember the first movie as much, and maybe we'll have some listeners, Egan, explain it a little bit more to us. I just feel like the whole world thing, it became a little stupid.
Yeah. So
So
Clue, I'm trying to look to see if Clue is in the first Tron movie. So
when,
Clue was in the first
who's
movie.
Clue? The girl?
Clue's Jeff Bridges is
Oh,
the
Jeff.
guy he
Okay.
makes that's in the game. The
Okay.
guy that we see the whole time.
So he's a genius guy that creates the Tron, the first one. He escapes Tron, the first one, and somehow gets sucked in again a second time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's not stupid. He didn't learn his lesson the first time, so he somehow gets sucked.
Well, the thing, no. Once he was in the game the first time, then he wanted to keep going back, and he was doing all that work inside, like building the world, like he was talking about. And he said inside the game, which he was in there for a while, like the system that he made, because he was saying, we be in here for what felt like months or weeks, and in the real world it was only hours. So he just got to the point, which is kind of the selfish part of the movie, is he doesn't want to leave because he doesn't want to die.
Oh, so
he wants
to live forever.
But that is what he wants to do. But then obviously something changes, like in the next 30 seconds. We'll get to that at the end.
Yeah.
But no, I looked up Clue to see if Clue is in the first one.
Okay, so again, this was a confusing movie for when I saw it, and considering I saw it a few weeks ago, it's definitely so. Okay, so I didn't know that. So he kept going. He said this. He kept going back and forth in the game.
Yeah, he kept working into the game. Yeah, because
Okay.
he was building like the program bigger. Yeah.
All right, so he's not as sloppy as I thought.
So Clue was in the first movie, but he used it for hacking and for fixing Flynn's bank statements and phone bill problems. But the thing is weird was these don't look like pictures from the movie, which is very weird.
Was the movie based on a book? Maybe the movie was a book. So
weird.
What is Tron? Is it the world of? Is it the game itself?
Yeah, I think Tron is the game, right?
I don't know.
Is Tron the game?
I mean, the fact that we have to ask that and not sure for 100%, that just tells you something.
I don't know. Google's spitting back weird things. No, I don't. I would think it's a game. Because I think that's what the name of the arcade was. But then because that guy he created, the guy who's Tron, the main character of the game that we find out is in this movie later on, which I'm like, that's kind of, oh, okay, the guy whose name sort of.
But so that's what threw me off about if it was a game or not, because I mean, yes, the game says Tron, but there's a Tron character. But when you're playing the game,
Mario. What do you mean?
Yeah, but you're not playing as a character when you're playing the video game. You're battling. Like there's no character in Tron the game.
No, I think in Tron the game, you're Tron battling guys, just like in Mario, you're Mario going against.
Yeah, I don't.
It's just the title of the movie. That's the title, like the title of the movie, the title of the game.
All right.
But anyway, so to get into this, so we get like, we talked about, we get like the beginning of the movie, we see like the de-aging of him. He talks about, and then I don't know where he goes missing. Like he's talking about these big plans. And then he goes missing. The saddest part of that whole scene is when when they really announce that so-and-so Flynn, we believe, is missing. And then they cut to the kid looking out the window sad, and it goes, or maybe he just ran away. And then we do this smash cut, and it's him in the motorcycle ripping it. And you're like, holy shit, like, what is this going to be? We know it's not him. Obviously, you have to guess it's the kid, but I would never have guessed before watching this movie that it would have involved the kid like breaking into his company, like kind of screwing them, releasing the program for free, and like jumping off a building.
Okay. First of all, he was only going 86 miles an hour on his bike.
Okay. He didn't want to go back in time. Two more, he's gone.
Okay. And two, you have this, I guess, very like high-end super company, and the building has one security guard,
and he's a heavyset guy. Who did the hire? And that's the guy you hire for Jurassic Park. You do not hire him when you need him.
You said it better than I did. I put down one guard fat. So I mean, what was he eating? Because every movie, the security guard's always eating. Like it's always the security guard's always like not watching one like there's multiple camera, TVs. They're never
always
watching
and it's always like a styrofoam plate with
Always.
like coffee cake on it or a
I was gonna
donut,
say,
and it's
drinking
like
coffee,
sitting on keys and buttons.
never paying attention, never. And there's multiple, and again, this is a trope in every movie. It's
Yeah,
always a heavy set security guard. But okay, fine. You always have to have that one heavy guy, in case there's a struggle and you need someone that could, handle someone. But
yeah.
you're talking about a building that's again high tech. Money
Yeah, why would there
they
just be one? I don't care if it's like 5 fat ones.
they should have
Just
one on every floor. Like
yes.
you're talking about a company that's like does secretive stuff, right? They don't want, they're doing like, and you have one fat security guard who's either
Yeah,
sleeping or eating. I mean,
yeah.
that's ridiculous.
If
So
you think about it, this company, and again, I don't know if they meant to do this because they really don't talk about what it is. The only thing they talk about is like iOS, which is basically like the operating system. So I don't know if this is like mocking like Apple, because remember the one line when he's like, "And this is iOS 12," and he's like, "Ha ha ha," and they're all laughing. And it's gonna make us so and so dollars. And the guy who's kind of like, he kind of looks like Rucker Hauer
yeah, yeah,
a little
yeah,
bit, the guy who's kind of like the helper
yeah, yeah.
of the kid, and he's like, "Well, what kind of upgrades did you make for this one?" He's like, "We put a 12 on the box."
It would make sense. I mean, based
Yeah.
on kind of what they do in Apple, I would think they were making fun of Apple, kind of being the Apple type company. But it's that easy to get into the company like that. Like, no,
Oh,
so Jeff Bridges is a stakeholder. Is that what it is?
well, no, he not anymore. His shares probably went to his son. So he probably owned. It was probably one of those deals like 51-49 that he came up with the idea, and the other guy has some sort of percentage. The guy that was like evil, and then he was gone.
Yeah.
He was kind of a dick, and then we never see him again.
Well, we don't see the real world really. And I
I
mean,
know that, but we
so
should
I
have
mean,
got something at the very end. Like
that's
the end of the movie, we got like a little taste, but there should have been like they already gave us like exposition out of the wahoo in the beginning. Give us like a little bit at the end of like this is what happens afterwards. It's like, come on, man.
yeah. No, I know.
Something, because it would have been cool to see like maybe he does do good, which the guy kind of says he does. But yeah, to go back to what you're talking about, he does this annually. He's 27, so I don't know how long he's been Daredevil. Let's say even if it was like since he was 20, he doesn't know that the bottoms of the door frames have the trip thing. He gets in and he trips it, and he's like, "Oh no!" Like, come
Yeah,
on.
like how many times has he been there? Correct. I
Yes,
mean,
and what he's doing is great, giving it away for free, and then having like what was it, like a puppy dog or something?
yeah, I mean, clearly he's a mastermind. Which, how did he learn to do that? Because he never had a father, right? His father left when he was young. So how did he learn how to
Yep.
be that like high tech in like it? What, it was just the gene was
And
passed
he
down?
dropped out of school. He dropped out of Caltech.
My guess is like again, Jeff Bridges making the fact that he made Tron, or I don't know if he made Tron with someone else or he did Tron himself. He's got to
Yeah,
be a genius, right? Like it was very
yeah,
advanced for itself. So this kid is also a tech genius just from hereditary,
and
just gene.
yeah, and the mom was a ninja.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay. So, you said he jumped out, with a parachute. Do you realize, I mean, did you notice how late he opened that parachute?
I
Like,
know, I
he was
know.
about to get splattered, and that's when he opened it. Like,
Yeah,
he got stuck in that on the telephone wire or something. Like, he got,
yeah.
but he literally opened it right before he got there. Like, I don't think that happens that way. I think you literally,
No,
if you jump off the building, you pretty much don't have a lot of time before you open it. You're opening it almost immediately.
I feel like stuntmen in movies always are so ballsy, and they do that because that's what you always think of in those scenes. Like if he would have dropped that early as like the movie watcher, we'd just be like, all right. But that you get uneasy about it. You're like,
Yeah.
he's gonna pull it, right? He's
Yeah.
gonna pull it, right?
Yeah, no. And I would think the fact that he pulled it that late and then immediately got caught on the wire, I think that he would have went right through the wire. Like I don't think it would have stopped
Oh
him.
yeah. Yeah. How about my favorite part was after this, like he's like, oh crap, and he starts running on foot. He jumps on the cab, he's holding on to the cab, which is ridiculous. And the guy's pissed off, and he's like, you want taxi, you pay. And it's like, okay, obviously the situation isn't a normal cab fare. Like,
Yeah, does he charge extra for that? For if
oh
he's
yeah. Hey,
I mean,
actually I
but
want to ride on the roof. Okay, that's an extra 5.
I mean, but like, yeah, I mean, the stuff he does, he like you said, he's a 27-year-old. I mean, I don't even know what he does for a living, and he's
He
doing
does
all these
nothing.
stunts.
No,
He
he
does
just
nothing.
probably gets money from the company.
Right.
But how about this whole? So he's doing like parkour in between the cop cars after he gets thrown from the taxi. He's still doing crazy stuff, nonstop running. Everybody's behind him. A spotlight hits him and he freezes. Like I'm like he hasn't stopped yet.
He hasn't stopped. Yeah. Why would he stop now? And back to the taxi. Not to mention, the taxi tried to murder him. Because he was
Yeah.
trying to. I mean, all the taxi really had to do is like slow down and stop the car. But he's literally weaving a turn, like trying to kill this kid to get him off.
Yeah.
Obviously it was some kind of accident that he landed there. So you're gonna be angry and now try to murder him? Like,
I know. So did you notice a famous actor in the scene that worked for the company?
I did not.
So Cillian Murphy is in this movie.
Oh yes, yeah, of course. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, I didn't. Such a
He
small
went
role.
uncredited.
I know.
Uncredited.
I wonder if this is like one of his first roles. I mean,
No, he was around for a while by then. Peaky Blinders came out 2 years after this.
oh
He was
really?
already in like Batman Begin. He was in
Oh
Batman.
wow. Okay.
Yeah, Batman, all those. No, so he was gonna play like there's a character in the original movie, Ed Dillinger, played by I
Johnny
can't
Depp.
think of his name. David Warner.
Huh.
The guy who was in he was in the original movie. But anyway, so he was gonna play that, so that's why his role was so brief, and it was intended, which is a shitty setup, right? Hey, we're gonna make a whole movie about that guy that said 2 words in the room. Even though he's a famous actor, they're gonna set up a potential sequel. Never worked out that way, and then his story, I think the character in the new movie is Dillinger, but it's Jared Leto.
Oh wow. Which I heard did an awful job.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
man.
I like him too, but
Who?
Jared Leto.
Really?
I
What do you like of his role?
I just think he's a nut job, and I think like I mean, even though no one liked Suicide Squads with him, I liked him in that. I thought he was
Oh,
good.
yeah? No,
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
yeah, he played. He also played. What was that movie when he played John Lennon's killer? What was
Oh,
that
he
name?
played
He put
that
he
guy?
put
I
on
can't
tons.
think
He
of his
put on
name.
he put on like 75 pounds. Like he got that.
Oh,
Oh
I
yeah.
remember I saw him in Dallas Buyers Club, and I'm like, oh, this guy's crazy. Like, he's really good because he was in like those '90s movies. He was in
He's also I
Urban
like his
Legends.
band, 32nd of
Oh
Mars.
yeah, they are
I do.
really
I
good. Yeah.
just so
Just
I
really
mean,
funny.
but he's supposed to be known as like just a nut job. Like he's just like
Yeah.
yeah. Like when he played the Joker, he was like putting like like dead rats at people's like
Yeah,
draw
he
like
put like a dead thing in what's her
yeah
name's
yeah. So he's
How to Get Away with Murder. That actress, I can't think of her name.
yeah I don't know.
Viola Davis.
Yeah
He put like a dead animal in her dressing room.
because he was playing the Joker all the time. So he definitely gets like into his roles. But yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
All right. So now he gets arrested. He knows this whole song and dance, even though he's from the town. He's like, "Hey, how you doing, Walt?" And then the cop says hi to him. He leaves. He goes home to like the coolest apartment ever. You open it up, you see the building that he just jumped off. And so in the apartment is his buddy, his dad's friend Carl, right? Oh no, Carl was the guy at the inbound. The heck was the dad's friend's name? Crap. I forgot. But anyway, but that guy, and he tells him the craziest thing.
Which and I think I was like either not paying attention. So he said he was hearing noises from the arcade that hasn't been around for a while or something like that, or he got something from his
No,
father.
okay, no. So here's well, I don't know what's you tell me what's crazier. If a guy that you worked with said, if I'm gonna give you this pager, always sleep with it, because if I call you, I need you. So he goes, I've slept with this pager for 21 years. Even though his dad's dead, he's kept a pager on him. And what's crazier, that or the pager went off? And then later in the movie, when they talk about it, it's like, oh yeah, somehow, how the hell did he make a pager go off? How did Clue make a phone call?
Well,
like, that's why wouldn't they have shown us that? Something.
so this is 2010. Does this take place in 2010?
Yeah.
So they had
Because
pagers back.
he doesn't. No, they had pagers in the mid '80s. Yeah.
They did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You're acting like you know for sure.
Yeah, 100%. Pagers are definitely around in the mid '80s.
All right, I don't remember.
Cell
that.
phones were around in '90. You don't think they were?
Okay, I don't know. I mean, I remember I had a pager when my son was born. So, and that was what, the 2000s, so early 2000. So
Yeah.
I don't know about the 80s, but maybe they did. All right.
Yeah,
So
1982, they had a Motorola one.
okay, so in 2010, people still had a pager that worked.
People might have, because my day, 2000 people still had pagers.
Uh,
So maybe some
who
people
do you
still have
know that has
pagers.
pagers?
In 2000, some buddies I did, because our
Oh,
parents were getting
2000. I
us
thought you
cell
said. I thought.
phones.
Okay, I thought you meant. All right, never mind. I thought. Okay.
Now,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
they page my buddy, and then my buddy rides his bike to a payphone, which there's none of those left.
Doctors always had pagers. That I knew.
Oh. They couldn't get cell phones. They're making a lot of money. They can't afford a cell phone. They have to make beeps go. It's for the importance, right? If they
Yeah.
would have answered that call right there at the table, it wouldn't be as important as, oh yeah, I gotta go.
Are pagers and beepers the same thing?
Yeah. It says pagers or beepers, but yeah, they're
Okay.
definitely around 82. But just the fact that it went off, that's crazy, because we never know how Clue made that happen. But the fact that he still kept it on himself for 21 years, like after his dad died, that's
Yeah.
kind of something. That's kind of insane.
Well, insane and kind of weird. I mean, like you would
Very
think, like
weird.
because you would think that, like like after a few years, you'd be like, all right, this is ridiculous. This guy's never gonna page me. Like I'm gonna keep holding on to this. Fine. Like how long do you wait until you're like, all right, I'm tossing this thing. Like like
Yeah.
is 1 year not like okay, fine. Maybe he's. But I would say at least 10 years. You're like, this is ridiculous. He's never. I'm gonna still hold on to this thing. And
dude, how long would you wait at a store if I came up to you and said, like, hey man, I have to go get something out of my car. Can you hold this? How long would that last?
Oh.
You're talking about, this is pretty insane. To keep something on your body every day?
And that's well, again, if you're saying that, something could happen to me, fine, you're gonna hold on to it for a little while because you're gonna,
It'd be like a week. It'd be in my
a
underwear
week
drawer forever.
Wait a second. So if I tell you, Doug, listen, I got myself into some trouble.
No, but that's not what this is. All he said was, hey, like, this was not like he was in trouble and something's gonna happen. It was just like, hey, for work wise, I gotta get in touch with you. Then he disappears.
Okay.
That's different. If you said, hey, Doug, I'm gonna go into hiding or something,
wait a second.
I'll keep it on me for a while.
Okay, but you're talking about a guy that got stuck in a video game. So clearly what he does for work is dangerous. And so I'm assuming the reason why he gave his pager, in case he gets stuck in the game, he's got to get taken out. He needs someone on the outside, which I'm not sure how a pager would work if you get stuck in a video game.
I know.
But clearly it does.
I just wish they would just do a stupid scene of Clue saying it was me. This is how I did something. But why wouldn't he just do that for a while? Like, he wanted to get Sam into the game in order to bring out, like, why did he have to kill? It seemed like everything was fine for Clue. Like, on this world, he was building an army to take over.
He was running
Where
things.
was he going?
I was also confused on that. So, I'm like I said, I was confused with this whole movie. So, go back. Why did he want Sam in the game?
I think because he wanted to lure Flynn out of hiding, his dad. He wanted him to come out and then to kill him. And
that's what I thought. But how big is this Tron world that he can't find Flynn?
Well, that makes no sense too, because he couldn't find him. No, that was the dumbest line in the movie when he goes, "Oh, it's a vintage Tron, whatever the cycle was," and he goes, "I can trace where it came from." How the hell can you do that? That's insane. I know it's a video game world, so there's some way to figure out this spot to that spot. I'm like, but that ruins the whole movie. So he hasn't been able to move forever.
It doesn't make sense. And the fact, again, trying to bring him out of hiding, it's not like it's like there's towns in this world. It literally looks like there's like only a handful of areas that Flynn can be. So did he check every area? Because like the area that Flynn's been this whole time, is that just like how? Where could that possibly be that nobody could find him?
Yeah, because this whole world is flat.
Yeah,
big area. Flat.
Yeah.
House,
And so let me ask you this. I mean, and you may not know this, and maybe we need to ask some experts. But when you're in Tron world,
when you're in a video game, in
a video game, do you don't have to eat or anything? Like eat?
Oh man, I didn't see one bathroom either.
Bathroom, but so this you survive. Like, do you sleep in Tron World?
Oh, we didn't see them sleep.
What is like if you're stuck in Tron World, are you up all the time? Like, I mean, like, is that like why would Flynn want to
I
live there?
guess you can be. Yeah, I don't know. I don't, and he it's not that he wants to live there. He couldn't leave because remember in the whole flashback, which kind of jumping ahead, but because we're talking about it, but when Jeff Bridges tells his son like everything, it was like Clue took over because he
Yes.
basically what's scary about AI today. If you say, "Hey, if you want me do this," and that direction is just okay, I'm going to do this at all costs, and that's basically what this thing did. At all costs, not thinking about other people, knowing, hey, if he's not around, I can do what he told me to do, which is crazy thought, but
My mind can't grasp a lot of what you're saying right now. And that's basically the misunderstanding of the movie. Like I felt it was very confusing. If you
it
unless you're
was, yeah.
you have to for taking notes and watching, it's very hard to really understand like the full because it is. I thought it was very confusing.
Yes.
So and again, back to my point of food, they had a nightclub though, a bar, right? Were they serving drinks there?
Oh, you mean at what's his name? His place,
Oh my
who kind
gosh.
of looked like a Mugatu at his
Yeah.
club, dude. And friggin' Daft Punk was one of the DJs,
Was it really? I didn't
which
even
is
realize.
wild.
Oh my
I'm like,
gosh.
wow, that looks like Daft Punk. Credits Daft Punk as DJ.
But the fact that you have this like flamboyant like guy running
Dude, he
a
was
bar.
great. Michael,
No, he wasn't
Michael
a
Sheen.
yeah,
Michael
Michael
Sheen
Sheen.
crushed
Correct.
it.
But this is inside the video game. Like that, like
I
again, like
know.
this is where like the movie gets so confusing because
I know.
not only do you have like like a bar and things like that, but now you have people with personalities. So Michael Sheen was not real. He was AI.
I know.
I don't know. Like I don't know what I was watching. Like this movie got to a point where I really don't know what's real, what's a game, what I'm watching, what the plot is. I'm just watching a lot of action. That's really
Yeah,
what
and how
the
did these
movie's turned
people
into.
get into the game? We never got into that. It was like Jeff Bridges created Clue, which was
If they
like
are people
him.
though, they might not.
I
I
don't
don't think they are.
no, it's like only been a couple instances I think of a user. I think his dad and him. That's it. I think it's the other ones are somehow created in the game. I guess it's like Sims.
So
Yeah, that's
is
where I get really lost. Yeah,
okay.
I'm
Well, how about
lost now.
is that the only Tron arcade game? Are there other Tron arcade games around the world?
What, you think people are getting sucked into different
I
games
don't
or
know.
different types of
So there's
Trons?
only one special Tron game that
It's
sucks
like
you in.
Tron and then Tron in Italian, the word Tron in Spanish. Then they all not
Well,
understanding each other.
but then why don't the other Trons suck you in? But this one's a special Tron.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think the
Okay.
game ever was on the market. That'd be my guess. And it was weird that it was in an arcade.
Well, an arcade that was shut down, but the lights happen to work.
Oh yeah, and it had its own. It's the breaker. There was a special breaker just for that game.
But it was closed what for 20 something years or whatever. Like it was closed down. Like it had cobwebs. Like I mean, like it
Sign
was
was
dust.
great.
du-
Sign would look brand new. It was very bright. That red sign.
ridiculous. But nothing should work in there. Who's paying the electric bill?
Yeah. I don't know. So
Okay.
before we get into like now this is like the full movie in the sci-fi world. One thing I want to do because when you were talking about the things that you really like were confused about in this movie, there's one thing I can't believe you didn't say. And one thing that I couldn't get over either. It was Clue, the way he looked, and Olivia Wilde's haircut. Like it was like a little kid cut a doll.
Uh, uh, Well,
And
you
I'm
know what?
like, dude, you were like hot. Olivia Wilde, super hot, super funny. And to see her with that bad haircut, like you look at her, you're like, oh, nice. And she turned her head and you see the other side
I
uneven.
I think that looks like anime kind of like look to
Ugh.
her, right? So I think maybe that's what it was. That's all I
How
was
about
just thinking.
that part of the movie, dude, is weird. Like
Oh,
we'll get into that. Like really thinking about like his dad, like sort of creating a girlfriend for him, like in the end.
which again, like so. Okay, so that's what I mean. Like, first of all, I didn't know she wasn't real or not. I wasn't sure what's going on with her. And
Yeah, I know.
then you have a cheering section for every game they have. Who creates who creates that? Are they fake too? Are they real people? Like, it doesn't
Yeah,
make sense.
are they in line waiting for tickets? Is that
Yeah.
like something?
And meanwhile, Olivia Wilde's not even in the new movie.
Nobody's in the new movie because it didn't do it was a story that if it did work, then they would have done something after this, because I think this movie comes out, and then they did a cartoon in 2012. I think like an 8-episode cartoon, and that didn't work either. So they're probably trying to test, like, oh, maybe we can do
Is
another movie.
is Jeff Bridges in a new one?
I would no, he can't be. How can
Why?
he be?
Uh, this is Tron World. You don't think he could be in it? I mean,
Well, we'll talk
I
about the end when we get there and see
okay.
really
I'm
what
just
it is.
saying.
But
I'm willing to bet there's gonna be some kind of hologram of Jeff Bridges in the new one.
I hope so. It's the only way.
And it's funny. I love Jeff Bridges. I think he's a great actor. I mean, everything. When we first see him though, like in Tron World, he reminded me of the dude.
Oh,
He
dude,
was
I wrote that. He has lines of the dude.
his line. He
and
sounds
then
like a
Clue
dude.
talks like the dude.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a Clue line that is like the dude.
He sounds just like the mannerism. Like I'm like this guy's a dude. I mean, and it would make sense because he's sitting around doing nothing all day. So I mean, that's it's,
yeah. So I just looked it up because now we get into when he gets into the Tron world, which is just when the movie just gets so good, and throughout the whole movie, the score is phenomenal. So Daft Punk actually composed the tracks, and
Oh, really?
then Joseph Trapanese did all of the scoring of it. But I'm like, wow, the score when you get into the game, even the beginning of the movie, sort of like gives you that tease of what you're going to hear throughout, like the dude, and you hear when he finally gets in that world, and you hear the music kind of change. That was
that's the
awesome.
music you hear at the Tron ride. You hear
Oh,
the
really?
theme. Oh yeah. So like before you get into the Tron world, you see this. It's pretty cool. You see this like you go into this room, you see a screen of like these these bikes and stuff, and then all of a sudden the screen disappears, and you see the cycles of people getting out of the cycles to go, and the cycles all lit up, but you hear that theme music, through that. So it's pretty cool like that. So yeah.
Oh,
So
that's awesome.
it makes it. I mean, you know what? And like I said, this is like a separate movie. This is definitely cool. It just to me like you take away the visuals, you take away like the action, it doesn't make sense to me. Like the
Yeah.
whole movie, but at least it moves. Like it's like nonstop now.
Oh,
The rest of
dude. Oh, the
yeah,
action's
yeah,
insane, dude. And
yeah.
how about like he's in this world. It's just crazy as everything goes from like the concrete like area he was in, and it just turns into this video game. A ship picks him up, and then they're pointing to people, and it's like rectify our games, rectify games,
So
games. It's like, what the
so games, are they real people then? Those are the ones that are getting thrown into the real like, and are those the people getting sucked into the game?
No. Those people are somehow within the game. Again, things they didn't explain because they said users. There's only been 2 users ever, him and his dad. So those are
Okay.
people from the real world that come in. The other people I think are created in the game and probably have their role in the game. Maybe they work at the nightclub, Michael Sheen's nightclub, and then they break away. And then for some reason, because how about the one guy? He is part of Rectify, which I don't know what the hell that is. Do you have to like pray to Clue or do something for him? But he runs and dies. He jumps into a giant fan.
Yeah,
A fan why is there a fan there?
And these are AI created. I mean, I wasn't sure between the rectify and the other. So one, how do they choose who goes to the game, who doesn't? Like, why do they choose it? Like, why do they pick? And
maybe it's like Bluto giving the names in Animal House. Whatever he did.
or it could be like what's her name? Madeline Kahn in History of the World when she's going through the eunuchs. Yes, no.
Yes.
But they look nervous when they're told, like rectify. Like they look like they're nervous. Oh, I'm going to get evaporated now. Like if they're not real people, what do they care? Like how do they have feelings? Like and I feel like there's like even Olivia Wilde has like a feelings,
She
but she's not
definitely
real.
has feelings.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like it was very confusing to see what's real, what's not real. Why? I don't. And so he created like Olivia Wilde while he was inside Tron.
Yeah. And we find out like the whole thing. Well, it's not like is it a spoiler? It's where he keeps everything. Like all of his important documents are inside of her. So she's a giant walking, talking smoke show, terrible haircut. Like,
but
memory
how
card.
do you make? How does he do that while inside the game?
Yeah.
I mean, we saw him in a room. I didn't. Where? Like, does he have a workshop inside of Tron? Like,
Well, he's magical. If what happens at the end is mind
I,
blowing. Like that
well,
was something like, is
I
this
think
this part of the lore?
there might be some connections to Star Wars. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, like I feel like there's just a lot of things that we have to assume without understanding.
Which shouldn't be. I
No,
know because I know again. Even though we don't remember the first movie, I know there was an adept to all this because none of
no,
this was in the movie. This
no,
is all made up, like
yeah.
all of it. Even like, and you know what's funny about all the women in this movie are gorgeous, like
Well,
every single
wait,
one.
wait. If you're a game creator and you're gonna be living in the game world, why would you make ugly women?
I understand that, but you would think like everybody
Not
would
that there's
just be
any,
like
and there's no
everybody's the
real ugly
same.
women. Everybody has a different taste. I wanna
100%.
I wanna say that right off the bat. I don't think there's anyone ugly.
There's a few.
Okay? Listen, all the ugly women out there, if you're hearing this, I didn't say that.
You think there's an ugly woman driving saying, "Hey, I'm an ugly woman."
Well, I think there's some I don't wanna say women too, because, I mean, there's ugly men too.
There's ugly people.
Yes, they're ugly people, and
Yeah.
I have to assume you have to assume, like, the real ugly ones, they know they're ugly. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think there's ugly women that think, like, they're getting ready to go out and they're like, "I look hot tonight." Like,
No, yeah. No.
but, however, I also think that there's someone for everybody, and even the
Yes.
ugly people find someone,
Mhm.
usually another
Ugly
ugly
looks
person.
and ugly attitude. When you have two
That's
people that have that,
but
no
I
bueno.
but usually an ugly person finds another ugly person.
Yes.
Okay. Inside and out.
Love is love. But no, in this world you have all that. But the reason I said that, it was like everybody's sort of like the women look again like you said, like why when you're designing this, oh, let's make them all tens. But the guys are all so weird and different. Like the one actor, and I don't want to pull up his name because he's been in a ton of stuff. He plays like Clue's right hand man in the movie. He has like the weird helmet. He's like weirdly bald, but he's like hideous. Like his real haircut, he has like really like black and curly hair, but he looks hideous in this movie.
So there's a difference between hideous and ugly?
Oh man, hideous is
So ugly is like, ugly you can handle. Like, if you're at the bar, and you've been drinking all night and there's like one person left, like, because no one else took that person home,
Mhm.
that's ugly. But if there's one person in the bar and still no one takes them home, that's hideous. Okay.
Oh man. But no, so the again the music, like when he gets chosen for the games and they, like drop him in, it's like do 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 do, and the robot babes come up and it's like the two sets of twins and they pull
Of
out
course.
freaking laser fingers. They cut his clothes off. Okay, I'm not saying I want this, but I'm saying they cut everything up, but they leave his boxers.
That's what you question?
No, but what I'm
I
saying is in the
I
next part
Yeah, because
they
wait,
put
okay.
clothes on him like digitally.
Okay.
Couldn't they have just put clothes over what he had on?
Wait a second. Why would he have to take his boxers off if they're just putting clothes on top of the boxers? Like regular, like you think he should be naked and then they're gonna put game underwear on him?
No, I'm saying they had these laser fingers are cutting clothes off, and then are cutting
Yeah.
them off.
Well, they don't need. You need to always wear underwear underneath your uniforms.
I know, I'm saying their accuracy with a laser finger.
Well,
that
it's
they
also
can
a
get
sensitive
everything but
area. If they-
leaving-
Yeah, but what if they make a mistake? You don't want to take that chance.
Mazel tov.
So I can't believe you were hoping this guy would be naked so they could put.
No, I'm not opening.
No,
It can be
okay,
naked.
okay. No,
I'm
no.
just saying they do this
Yeah.
elaborate thing.
Mhm.
Dude, just put clothes on
Okay,
him. Why do
first
we
of
have
all,
to see the
he's
laser
Dis-
fingers?
it's Disney, so they're not going to
That
take
is
him out
true.
of his boxes, But yeah, I mean, maybe they can't do it on top of clothes. The only clothes that they can do is boxers.
Boxers are fine.
That's- I mean, otherwise, if they took the boxers off and they lasered the clothes on, then you're going to see every nook and cranny when he's running around because it's just
Yeah.
like paint over your body. So
And then you have the two robot babes. They go, "Ooh, he's different." And she's like, "I know." And it's like they can like smell. There's something about users that they can like smell or something. But dude, then he goes right into it, and then you go into like the disc dodgeball they're playing with each other, which is nuts because again, the guy that he's going against seems like obviously he doesn't have a name like the Rinsler later in the movie,
Right, right.
but this other guy seems like, oh, he's like a guy in the Running Man where it would be like the stalker. He's like crushing him sort of. And it's cool. Why the effects were amazing, but even him learning while he's doing it again, how does he know how to do this that good? But it's crazy, like when he's like, "Oh, I can smash the floor now."
That well, okay, I'm also gonna assume he lives in a city in real life, you know, he's a motorcycle guy, that's it. I'm gonna guess he's probably never thrown a Frisbee. Well, where's he throwing a Frisbee in the city? And, like, he doesn't look a Frisbee type. I don't think he has
So
any
close
friends.
to the water, the
Y
wind
yeah,
blows in,
he's
you
not
lose
playing.
your
So,
frisbee.
he automatically is a master at throwing a disc, which is
I
I'm
know.
sure, you know, even if you threw a Frisbee, throwing that, because 'cause I'm assuming it's heavier, it's a different kind of,
I
like,
know, but
thing.
what do you assume? Like they look like it's not heavy. They're not like, ugh. It
I don't
seems
know
like
about
they're
that.
doing it very light.
Nah, yeah, but I think it's a different weight. It's a different. I don't think you could throw it the same way you throw a regular frisbee, right?
Yeah.
And so the fact that he mastered it very quickly. You know, I think he made one mistake in the beginning, and then he caught on real quick. It's just so. I think you throw an average person in a brand new type of game. I mean, look at Squid
Yeah.
Games. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
everybody it struggles in the beginning of Squid Games because you know, it's all new type of games. You're not going to master that fast, and he did it immediately. You know, immediately. So
Yeah.
he
No,
knew how
but
to
it
turn.
was
He
cool.
also knew how to turn the lights on it. You know where the switch is. So I'm just saying. All right.
But how good he is, like the way he makes, and the graphics just look so cool. The
Yes.
way he gets the guy to go through the floor was awesome.
Yeah.
When he's going against the guy, even some of his jokes, that's why I think he would work as that accidental hero in some type of movie. When he, hey, that's not fair. When the guy has two
Yeah. Yeah.
frisbees,
Yeah.
which we find out that's Tron
Yeah. No. No.
later in
No.
the movie.
Like I said, he's good in Tulsa King, and I knew I recognized him. And when I looked him up, I'm like, yeah, he's got these like lines in Tulsa King. So yeah, I'm surprised he wasn't in more stuff.
Yeah. And I love the crowd was like, Rinsler, 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 Rinsler.
Again, why is there a crowd there?
I
This is
don't know.
they're inside of a, you know, like, you know, they're inside of a game, and
It was so Running Man. You
oh,
just needed like a
100%.
host. You could add like a random. I'm trying to think who would have been really good around then. Like maybe a retired game show host, but somebody. You get in the crowd all jacked
Well,
up.
I don't think you need
The
to
first
because
person, the only person that popped in my mind, and this is the worst choice, but I'm going to say it, Ben Stein. Because it win Ben Stein's money.
it would have been awful. Like the fact that it would take them an hour just to spit out the name of the game while they're waiting.
Oh my god!
But you
That
wouldn't
would be
need to.
very fitting of the fastest movie
Oh, it's
from
go the
now on
slowest.
out. Just like the slowest, like the tortoise speaking.
Well, the new Running Man doesn't have a game show guy. He has that actor that was in what the Fear of the Walking Dead and Mad something. So yeah, so it was
Really?
kind of oh yeah, it's I
But
mean
he's a host. He's playing
he's the
the
host
game
of the
show.
game. He's the host
Oh,
of
cool.
yeah.
So they're
So
using most. I didn't read. I never read the book, so
I
I
didn't
don't
either.
know
But you
what
didn't
the
see the trailer?
biggest difference. No, I don't. I'm for you.
Oh really? Oh
Yeah,
okay.
because then sometimes I'm like, oh, I remember that from the trailer. Going
Gotcha,
blind.
gotcha.
Weapons. I started Weapons. Never saw a trailer for it.
Oh, I didn't. You know what? Did you finish Weapons?
Now I'm halfway through.
It's bizarre. I mean, I didn't know what to expect. I just thought I just knew like your kids disappear. That's all I knew. I didn't know anything else. And the movie gets bizarre. I mean, so
Okay.
wait till you get to the
Well, I'm
end.
halfway through.
Okay.
But yeah. But what's her name's a great actress. She's gonna
Oh,
go down as like one of the best of it.
oh, to me, her
Madonna,
character.
the Madonna biopic, she'll definitely win
Oh,
Oscars.
listen, Ozark to me, like her
Ugh.
character in Ozark was absolutely amazing.
She makes the show. Like
oh, without a
obviously
doubt.
Bateman. Without Bateman, it's not
No,
what it
but
is,
she played a
she's
good like
amazing.
side to Bateman that was needed for the show, and just her
The
mouth,
accent, the
oh my,
shit talk.
oh
Yeah, I
yeah,
loved
that was
it.
awesome.
She was the best. So now we cut to yeah. So now we get he gets away from that guy, right? And he gets caught, Sam. And then up top you see Clue. And I'm like, dude, and when we see Clue, I'm like, dude, we're gonna see Jeff Bridges de-age this whole friggin' movie. And then I didn't realize because we didn't learn about Clue yet until later in the movie is when we like hear
Right,
about,
right.
oh yeah, I created him, and this is it. And it's like, oh my God, I know who you are. But dude, that whole freaking scene when he's talking to him and it's like, Dad, and he lets him think it for a second.
Yeah, yeah. No. It again, I think that part of it kind of ruined it for me. It was
Yeah.
just, I don't know. And like I said, I think if we watched it when it first came out, because I don't know when one of the newer Star Wars came out, but they did the same thing with Princess Leia, right? They had when Carrie Fisher died, they still used her in one of the scenes,
Oh
and
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think it was the time. I think they were the first ones really to start using like hologram of people, actors, and so it was a thing back then. So like I guess it looked better, but watching it now, it didn't age well.
I
Like
know.
so yeah.
And
So
when there's one part later in the movie when he's yelling
oh
at and his mouth goes really large, and I'm like, I know it's video games, so there's not like the structure, but I'm like, his mouth shouldn't go that big.
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah,
it was getting like very silly.
yeah, yeah.
But
No,
yeah, so again, Sam is like talking to him, oh no, and he's like, oh no, I'm Clue, and he kind of explains it, and he's like, you're gonna die, and he makes him go back in. That's when he goes into the grid and he does like the Tron race, which again has really cool deaths, like that whole thing, so awesome. And then he's about to meet his demise again, and then a random car comes up to save him, and it's Olivia Wilde as
but
Cora.
it was the only car on the whole grid, right? Everything else was motorcycles.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, where'd she get the car from?
The dad. I'm sure Jeff Bridges
Oh,
made it.
okay. So he just happened to build one car for the whole game.
He has a car, and then he has his old Tron vehicle that he keeps in the
Okay,
garage, like
and
the dad with the old car.
and this goes back to him being a master at everything. Just because you're a good motorcycle rider doesn't mean that you're able to ride a futuristic video
I
game.
know.
I mean, I'm sure it handles way different. There's different, like the fact that he gets on there and it's like he's been doing it forever. Like,
I
again,
know. Oh yeah,
he-
this is something I can do. How about the fact? Remember, what this kind of reminded me of? Remember Harry Potter, the
of
first
course,
time he goes
of
into
course,
the nine and a half or 9 3/4, and he
yes,
hits the wall and he falls over.
yeah.
Wouldn't that have been funny when the guy's like, "Oh, I can do this," and he jumps in the air and and
But
imagines a motorcycle?
see, I think
How
that
does that happen?
I think it'd be funnier if he screwed up at first. So like, all right, this is a little different
Yes.
than what I'm used to, and then he gets a little like, or like it stalls on him at first or something. Like, like
Yeah, and then he does amazing stuff.
right,
Let
fine,
him like
feel
no,
it
he's
out,
perfect right in the beginning.
right away, and it just again, it doesn't make sense,
Yeah.
But that's how, and he's like they're flying around like he knows the grid,
I know.
like I mean, there's so many areas that he could have went off, and somehow he never did that because he knows exactly where he's going.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
No.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, then she grabs him, saves him. There's like a little cool chase scene for them to get away. So she brings him back, and he gets to meet his dad after
And
all these years.
meet his dad. And I wrote this down, and this answers my question from before. He's sitting at dinner, and they're eating food.
Oh, okay. They are eating food. Okay.
They are eating food, and I wrote down, where did he get food from? Because he's inside of a video game, and he's not a video game character. So
Yeah.
what is he eating? Okay, so
Is
I
there a
wrote that
food
down.
store? Was there a farm? We didn't see anything.
But even if
You're
there
right.
was, this is all fake. He's a real person inside of a fake virtual reality, thing. How is he eating food?
When you go in it, do you change? Like if Clue made it to the, that's what
Well,
I would
Clue
think
does
the
make it
next
out.
movie should have been done.
Doesn't Clue
What?
make it out?
What do you mean? The end of the movie? No, I don't think that's it. I thought
Yes,
the world exploded.
no, she's out in the real world with him. That was the
Oh,
Clue's in the real
Clue
world
is
with him.
Clue is with her? What do you
I'm
mean?
almost oh, not Clue. I meant
Cora.
same
Cora.
thing. They're both
They're
computer
not the
people.
same thing.
They is
Clue's
the same
evil.
thing. Okay, so if Clue is out in the real world or she's out in the real world, regardless, you have I guess it's not even a robot. I don't know what it is. AI in the real world.
That would have been
which
the twist at the end, right? Doing M. Night Shyamalan, let her wink at the
oh,
camera, and it's like the
that
color of the eye of
yeah.
blue.
But she's out of the real. Oh, we're not even there yet. So
No, we're
I
not
have
there yet.
yeah, we'll get there. All right.
So then I wrote down like, oh, could you imagine meeting your dad after all these years? But what was weird, one thing that I wrote down, and I know this is true, I don't know why he lied about it, because he mentions it in the next scene. He brings it back up, but he talks about, oh, I came here because you paged so and so, and he goes, yeah, I paged him a lot. And then like in the next scene is when he's like, yeah, when do you mean I sent a page? And he's like, he just got a page, and it's like, oh my god. And then that's when it like really gets into it. But I wrote down, I love how even the weird future haircut can't stop Olivia Wilde from being hot.
That haircut was killing you.
It was crushing me. It was
I
just
looked
that it was like a doll.
I know, but I
was
looked
so
past it like I
crooked.
wasn't even paying attention to it. So
Yeah.
so let me ask you about pagers. Is there
Mhm.
like a certain distance that pagers don't work anymore? Like I don't remember. Like and that's like a serious
I
question. Like
oh,
like a walkie-talkie. You know, there's only a certain distance
oh no, it'd
where.
be wherever. No, because it's like a cell phone. It connects to a cell phone tower.
So the pager, you could be across the world and it still works.
If it could ping to a tower, if
Are you
there's a satellite
guessing
that
or
can-
you know this for a fact?
No, I'm saying like you have to be able, like you can call me, but if I'm in the middle of the jungle, it's not gonna ring.
Well, I'm okay. So you're telling me a pager inside the video game world works that far? Who knows what that distance is?
Oh no, that's what I mean. I don't know where that. No, but but in theory, if they are just in that Flynn's arcade, because that's where the game it lives,
Correct.
Clue could have done something, get out of the video game. Which again, that's obviously what he did. But tell us about it. Tell us like, oh, he somehow knows how to
I gotcha.
transmit messages or
Gotcha.
something, but nothing.
Well, we also, and we, I mean, obviously, way past the beginning of the movie, but we also, how did he find that secret entrance to go down to the basement of the arcade?
Yeah.
We went right over that. I mean, like he literally.
Yeah,
just,
no, I forgot if he saw like a light coming through. Something.
I don't think so.
forgot.
Like he knew where to go. Like he knew to go there. You know, he started the game, and then he just like started like it was like calling him.
Oh, you know what it was? Didn't he go down there one time?
He did.
I feel like in the beginning thing, he went down there one time because remember when his dad's talking to him like later in the movie, he goes, "Do you remember the last thing you said to me?" And he said, "Oh yeah, you were gonna bring me in and show me or something like that." It was like this weird memory, and then he disappeared forever.
I'll tell you right now. I could tell you that Egan is going to send us about 7 texts explaining.
You think he's a Tron legend?
I think he is. He's
Tron
a big.
legacy?
I think he's a big Tron fan, and he's going to send us a bunch of texts explaining some of our questions we have.
Good.
So, which I need. So please, Egan, could you send me like a text for the entire movie because I am lost.
Amazing. So now, again, this is gonna be a big question. I know this is next on your list. How to get books there?
He also has a lamp in there.
He has a
So
lamp?
you're inside of a lighted like Tron world. He has a lamp and
Yeah.
books. I mean,
If
yeah,
everything's Lego looking, I get it. But the books looking very old, right? It should be
so
all
you think
Lego.
so? They should be like a Lego, like that's.
No, just like everything should just be like computer. It should have that look, almost like the full apartment has that look. But we don't need books.
Why even
You
have
guys don't
books
have
in there?
books.
Why have a book like books in there? Like
She loves Jules Verne.
Oh my gosh, she's AI. She shouldn't like anything. Like the fact that
Well, I think they like things.
AI likes things.
I think they can. They get creepy. There was
AI likes things because they it's things that you want to hear that they like.
Yes.
AI is not gonna like.
But he
things
doesn't
on
like he doesn't like Jules Verne as much as he likes like Tolstoy or whatever it was.
Ridiculous. So stupid.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I know we're
Yeah.
we're getting close to the bar scene, and it's just adding to this stupid world of Tron, which
Yeah.
I have way too many quotes. Yeah.
Do you remember what else they had in the living room? They had Othello. That
Oh, so you're saying they have a game inside of a game?
a game inside of a game, yeah, a very normal, boring black side, white side game.
So do you think that that's like a special, like hidden thing inside of Tron that if you beat a certain level that you get to play Othello?
You get Flynn's apartment.
And you get to play
Flynn's
Othello.
partner with bad
Yeah.
haircut,
Okay.
Cora?
So
Maybe.
okay.
So now one thing that was very weird, when they were eating dinner, why did the son still have his motorcycle gloves on?
Well, it's cool. It's cooler looking.
It
That's
was
why.
very weird. He had leather on his thumb, and the rest of the fingers were exposed, and he was, like, grabbing the food with it.
So you would think, like, so that was another outfit that the AI created for him, correct? For the race?
Yes, yes, very
So
weird.
shouldn't his old clothes go back when he's leaving the arena and
You would think so, right?
right? I'm like, yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think if they're creating the uniform for like the frisbee game, I don't think you're walking out. You shouldn't be able to walk out with that same uniform on. It's
Yeah, it
for,
should go away, right?
yeah, and be in his boxers, and you'd be happier.
Yes,
See, okay,
yes.
all right,
'Cause that makes sense, right?
that's
Yeah. So now, so Flynn is talking to his old man. I mean, not his old man, to Sam about like life. What are you up to? Oh, that's where I went to school. Oh, do you have any kids? Oh, she asked if you had any kids, and he goes, yeah, no, I had this rescue. And I forget what the dog's name was, but and then he throws in like the first like dude line. He's like, dogs are cool.
yeah,
I wrote down like 3 of them later scenes, but lines that he said just like,
yeah.
dude, why is he talking? I get it.
I
He was
said,
like sort of like a video game guy. Those guys were very like, some were like, if you ever watched a documentary about like the ET video game,
yeah, yeah.
which I'm taking the kids this Saturday to see ET at Mahoning Drive-In in PA, followed by Starman. That's the second film.
Jeff Bridges
I've
movie,
I've never seen that,
real? It's Jeff Bridges, I think, right?
which
Yeah,
I'm happy. And my lady,
they may,
in
they
the
may, they
80s,
may
Karen
be.
Allen.
They may, if I remember correctly, they may be bored of Starman. Like it's not like
I'm hoping they're sleeping by then.
okay.
I think they'll just make it through ET. But do you remember who's in the Starman TV show?
I didn't even know they had a TV show.
Former guest, our pal Robert Hayes. He
Oh,
played the main character, which I am excited because it's a Carpenter movie. That's kind of like a family-ish movie.
do you
So
know what it's about?
I do, and it seems like he's silly in it, right? Because it's like a silly kid alien. No,
No, I think it's it gets I mean, I sort of as a kid. I mean, so I think it's one of those movies where he says he's an alien. She doesn't know if he is or not until something happens or something, or
okay.
But I think it becomes an emotional movie too, kind
Oh,
of thing. Like, yeah. So
fun.
I don't. If I remember correct, I was a kid, so everything was probably emotional. So who knows?
Hopefully the late night after that, because they're imitating an actual drive-in lineup from like 1985
Oh wow.
that they did then. So I'm hoping the late night one, if the kids are really still out. Like,
Okay.
all right,
Well,
some good, so that
but it's
should be
funny
cool.
that it's another Jeff Bridges movie. I mean,
Look at that,
young Jeff
perfect.
Bridges. So but yeah.
Non-CGI young.
Oh, so, but I think, maybe because he was sucked into the video game during the 80s, right? Like,
Yeah.
so that's why he still has like that kind of dude talk, because dude was big in the 80s.
That was big.
So that's why he's probably saying like that's why he's probably talking
No,
like that.
he just says it because that's his characters. If he's not a serious movie, he plays the dude. All of his lines come out in the dude. Commercials
Okay.
he does, and
Okay.
it's just his claim to fame, dude.
Okay.
And it's great because he is a
Oh, it's awesome.
phenomenal actor.
Oh, he is.
But
Yeah.
yeah, just
Yeah.
even just some of these, right on, man.
Yeah, yeah. No, you're right. Okay.
But yeah, so now we find out what happened. We talked about it before, like he went in the game with Clue and he created him and Tron, and they would build the world and everything was great. And then just one day, Clue, I went in for an hour, he came and he took over, and which is so stupid, they didn't kill him. We didn't get that part. It was just that we get to the end of the story, like he took Tron, made Tron his guy, Clue. He like beat up Bridges, but then just left him. So he left him be able to build this tower and have opportunity to build like this woman,
But he left him where he can't find him.
which is stupid. Wouldn't he have taps on him?
Well,
Or
wouldn't you make you created a bar? Why wouldn't you create a jail?
Yeah.
I mean, a prison or something, like a Tron prison, like, yeah. That's
Yeah.
see,
And
this
he
is,
and
I was
and
gonna say,
his
this
claim
is
to
where
fame
I'm.
was that if he fought back, because his son was like, "Why did you fight him?" And he's like, and again, they didn't show scenes for us, but every time I fought him, he just got stronger and stronger. I'm like, what does that mean? He was going after him, and then from that, he built a bigger army. That doesn't make any sense.
But when he says, "I'm fighting him," is he fighting him in Frisbee game? Like,
Ah, yeah, I
what
hope
does he fight?
so.
Like, what does fighting him mean?
Yeah.
Like, like, I don't like,
I
really,
wish there
like,
was more games. Like, give me a spoof movie of this, like Frisbee games, and they just get like sillier and sillier. Kind of like in Beer Fest. Remember Beer Fest?
yeah,
Some
yeah,
of
of
the things
course.
are really
Yeah, yeah,
silly.
yeah.
Yeah.
No. But I mean, but like I wonder what that like in reality in Tron world, like what does that mean that he like they were struggling? Were they having their like end of the movie kind of fights and then like that made him weaker? What happened at the
Yeah.
end of the movie? Or is it like did he have to compete against him on the cycle and everything else? And every time he lost to him, he got stronger.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know. Would that make sense? Maybe. I don't know. If
uh,
he can't beat him and then
wait,
he learns
that's what
from
you're worried
that.
about making sense? None of this movie makes sense. So I don't think it really makes a difference.
How about what even so he wants to go back now because so Sam wants to he figured out how they can like get out and the portal's like open, so he wants to bring his dad with him. So then Sam convinces Cora to, hey, I need some help, and mentions Michael Sheen's character, which I forgot. It was a very silly name. So the fact that he's able to like sneak in,
Wait, is it Caster?
Caster, yeah, that's
Yeah,
I thought it was
okay.
something sillier, but
Yeah.
yeah. So to go meet Caster, but first he like meets the hot blonde from earlier that cut his clothes off, minus the underwear, and the fact that you think everybody's looking for him, right? There's cameras everywhere, tracking up to wazoo. They can track the car where it came from. They don't know he's there. Like that to me makes zero sense. And not only that, he's able to go in an elevator, which definitely has cameras and like perfect and then get to this Michael Sheen party.
Why is there who created Caster?
Yes, I don't understand it.
Uh,
And the fact that they created just to be friends, somehow Cora's friends with him, and then
They have
to the fact
history.
that he knows they do have history, yeah. And but the fact that he knows that, hey, I can sell him out this quick. Like there wasn't time for
No.
this. Like
And
he met Michael Sheen and then he did the sellout,
right,
but he
right.
didn't even know anything about
Agreed.
him yet.
I think that went way too fast, the way the
Yeah.
sellout was. But even so, like, why is this guy the only one that can help him? Like, who is this guy? Like that.
Yeah.
I mean, Jeff Bridges is the ultimate mind of this entire thing. But there's a Caster that he can't escape because he needs this guy Caster to help him. Like, I
Yeah.
don't like they didn't explain who Caster really was. How he
A
created.
bad dancer.
Oh, well,
And he looked like Mugatu. That's what that wardrobe person did. They're like hair, makeup, outfit, Mugatu, Zoolander. That's it. That's what we're gonna go with.
which I threw off, by the way. I never finished Zoolander.
The first one,
To me, I put Zoolander up there.
wow,
I put it up there with what's the stupid movie
Joe
I can't
Dirt.
stand? Yeah, it's like
Oh
that kind. I
wow,
can't.
that's
Yeah, I
rough,
can't.
man.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man. So how about when another thing that's really stupid is like right away they mentioned the outing because then I think this is when they figure him out on the camera. Like once he's in the elevator is when they're like, oh, I wonder where he's going. That's when they find him. But the fact that like he didn't think like he's gonna out his dad. His dad's been in hiding for how many real years? Like in video game world, it could be like 50, 100, the way the dad was talking about how time was in there. But he outs his freaking dad. And oh my god, dude. And then right away his dad is like, oh, I'm gonna go get him. So this was like the whole point of the plan, right? So Clue wanted
But
to get Sam
so
involved.
wait. So you're saying like how long was he gone for before his father said, "I got to go get him"?
No. What I'm saying is the fact that his dad was in hiding for
Yeah, yeah,
how
yeah.
many
Right.
years, right?
But
And then his son was there for 30 minutes.
that's what I'm
and
saying.
Got
Yes,
him into
correct.
trouble. Yeah, that's
And,
what I
and and he's already worried that maybe something happened. Like he was barely gone. Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
know.
yeah. I wrote that
Yeah,
down too.
no, let's make sure we go down there. But dude, when they
Hold
open
on,
up
hold on.
in the
Before you go any
apartment,
further, so if that
Yeah.
was the case, why didn't he go with him in the first place? Wouldn't it have made more sense? He knows Tron World to begin with.
yeah,
He was. I mean, if it only took 30 minutes to get him out of hiding, he might as well just went with him in the beginning.
yeah, I know. Yeah, why wouldn't he? And again, but does he know Tron World? How much has it changed? He's been in hiding for as
Well,
long
he
as
knew
Sam
Caster
has
was at a
been.
bar. He knew there's a bar there.
Well, did he know that, or
How
did
did he get
Cora? How did Cora know that? Are they
s
telepathically talking? Were
It's
they on
so
the
it's so
phone?
ridiculous. Well, Cora didn't walk in with him, did she? Didn't she, like, they
No,
go
no.
separately?
Cora was still back at the house.
Okay, so how did he
Yeah,
find it?
but Cora did go. What do you mean?
Or
He knew
his
where it
son?
was.
How did he know? How did the son know where it
Oh,
was?
the blonde. He
Oh,
met the
okay.
blonde in the lobby, and then she brought him
Yeah,
upstairs.
how did he get to the lobby?
The
How does he
lobby of
know his
what?
way around Tron?
I don't know.
I mean,
GPS?
this is a
I'm
weird.
sure there's some sort of deep
Oh, you think there's
GPS, right?
signs? Like there's just signs posted on the wall. This way to the bar. This way to
Center
the.
City or something,
I mean, it's
whatever
such
it's
a.
called.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying, if he's in this weird, crazy outer space world, if you know to put it, and he's able to move around like he's been there before.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But it worked, the timing of this whole plan, because it's almost like i- in in theory, it would have been a perfect plan if they did think about it. It was like, hey, Sam, you go first. They'll think you're alone. Then me and Cora will come behind, and then at the same time, we're all there. They're going to be at the apartment. Like that would have been the perfect plan. And also, if he would have set up a bomb, he could have killed Clue and all of his guys, because every single bad guy was in the
Yeah.
apartment.
Yeah.
Like they
Yeah.
were all in there. Because at the nightclub, everything was fine. And then shit hit the fan like pretty quick. And it was cool that Conrad, the guy we interviewed, he's in the scene gonna defend Sam, and then he takes out one guy and then gets sliced right in half.
Right in half. Yeah, yeah. Like this whole scene went from calmness to chaos, yeah, pretty quickly.
Yes. Cool
But
bar fight
it was
scene
very
in a
cool. Yeah,
futuristic kind of world. It
yeah,
was nuts.
yeah. No, it was cool.
And what do you think about the way they die? They basically shatter into like pieces of, like, they look like metal flake.
Yeah, I was gonna say like it reminded me of like Terminator, kind of like like
Yeah,
when he
that's
got
true.
like blasted. They kind of like disintegrate and crumble at the same time, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's AI. It's like computer, like I guess, but supposed to be like metallic computer kind of like thing
Yeah,
image.
no, that
So
makes sense. And what
yeah.
is Michael Sheen doing this whole time? He's dancing like Michael Flatley, doing like leg kicks, like very weird leg kicks.
I feel like his character was a ripoff of kind of Fifth Element, Chris Tucker. Like it just
Oh yeah, a little bit.
he
Yeah.
kind of like had that look a little bit, but like he had that flamboyant like dancing around
Yeah.
and like like over the top personality. And so yeah, that's what I felt the
And
message.
this is where we find in this fight scene, because Cora like loves Sam right away. She's like hooked. She fancies him. She puts herself in harm's way, tries to take a guy, and you're like, wow, she's pretty badass, which she is. But then she always gets her ass kicked pretty quick
She
afterwards.
does, but how come she doesn't disintegrate?
Because she's different. So there's like users.
Oh,
Like if Sam would have got cut in the arm, he wouldn't have turned into metal flake, I don't think.
well,
I
Sam's
think
real.
that's what I mean. The other
Right.
people are
Or robots
part of the
or
game.
part of the game.
She's something different.
She's not part of the game. She was
She's a
created in the
microchip
game.
or something.
She what?
I don't know. However she's created, she's a robot. She's more of a robot than other people, because we see her robot arm and
I
then it
know,
comes back.
but that makes no
Everything's
sense.
fine.
That-
Makes
If
no
she's
sense.
if she's a game creation, also she's in the game, even though she should die the same way as everybody else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Very weird.
Okay.
But what do you think? Again, there's so many times we're talking about like, this is very weird. This doesn't make sense. How about like, so Flynn wants to be in hiding, right? Like that's his thing. He's wearing a hood. Why the hell is there lights coming from behind his head inside the hoodie? The whole inside of he's on his knees and he's doing like a WWF entrance. There's smoke around him.
And not to
he's sitting
mention,
there with a lighted hoodie.
he's not dressed as anyone else there. He stands out completely.
I know.
So like that's the worst hiding thing he could possibly do.
Yeah.
Like yeah. So okay.
So this is when we find out what Olivia Wilde is. It's like ISO, and there's basically all of his creations, all of his work is like in her body, which if that's not in the new movie, that's so stupid.
Well,
has
that
to be.
also I think that doesn't make sense either, because if all his work is in her and she's running around in a car on the grid and doing all these things, you're taking a major risk of losing everything, because she's constantly like, wouldn't you want it somewhere where you're in hiding? So keep it in hiding. Why would you keep it something that's constantly out there getting like a chance to die every single time it goes out there?
Yeah, I know.
That's
The
poor
most
planning.
important thing.
Yeah,
The
it's poor
most
planning.
important thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, at the same time, like, they're running, they all get away. Clue gets back, and this is when he takes out Michael Sheen, which is like, what was Michael Sheen's role? He didn't do anything. He didn't really have a chance to talk to Sam.
Well, he's the one that double crossed him. That's it. That was his role.
No, I
And
know,
and
but
and
but
be
he
and
got
be a
killed for
distraction.
that.
The
His
what?
bad guys couldn't take him out.
Oh.
His henchmen weren't good enough to take him out. That's what
But
it
why'd
was.
they go after him anyway? Why'd they kill him?
Because
Like
he didn't
wh
get the job done. Why they kill Michael Sheen?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he didn't get the job done. They were pissed.
But he did. He
Send a
brought
message to the.
Well, he
He
did
didn't
bring
keep him.
everybody there, and he
But he
brought
didn't.
wait a second, he brought Jeff Bridges out of hiding.
He did, but it's like Seinfeld. It's like you can make the reservation, but can you hold the reservation? He made he made him show up there, but he wasn't there when he got there, so he didn't get to have his Jeff Bridges and the son.
Well, what he should have said was, "I didn't want to kill him because I wanted you to have the honor of killing him."
Oh, that's the
See,
good.
that
Okay, I won't
that
kill you.
might have
Great
saved his
line.
life.
Great line. But it didn't work. And then how about like the catch up? Hey, so what's life like out there, man? And he's like, ice caps are melting, wars in the Middle East, Wi-Fi. And he goes, what's Wi-Fi? And he's like, wireless internet. And he's free. And he's like, I thought about that in 84. And then my favorite was one of the end lines was, and the Lakers and Celtics are back going at it. Because that was the year when they
Yeah.
were back in the finals.
So stupid. But like
Very
when
stupid.
when I hate when they do that in movies and then they just talk about like and they're like amazed at what's going on. You know, like oh yeah.
Ooh. I would lie, be like cars are flying. We live until no. But how about one thing I do like about this versus one of the best sequels ever in Aliens, Ripley, when she hears the news about her daughter, remember she's like very like stoic, there's no like emotion. When he hears about his parents, which he sets himself up like I know they're dead. Like he knows they're dead based on time frame. But when he hears it, he's like very, very bummed out. Like, and then I wrote down, like, what about the wife? We never was that something in the first movie that she died before any of this or something? Because there was never a mom, even in the flashback scenes in the beginning. It was the grandparents watching the kid. That was it.
Yeah, you know what? That must have something. That must maybe it was something in his.
I hope so.
What was he even married in the first one? Like I don't even know.
Remember.
Yeah,
I don't
know.
remember. All I remember
But,
is
like-
the lady from yeah, I remember the cast. I remember because there was a good like cast of character actors, but yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I have no clue.
No, but Clue.
Oh.
Speaking of Clue, so even Clue talks like the dude because one of his lines that
he is the
says,
dude.
he is the dude. But one of the lines that Clue says to Sheen and his crew, he says, "End of line, man," and then that's when he has them all killed.
So because Clue was made by Jeff Bridges, did they even talk about the fact that he looks exactly like Jeff Bridges?
No, I think that's he made it to be his likeness. I think that's what it is. Clue stands for something like that. Something like clone something unit.
Oh.
I don't know what the L is, but
Okay.
I probably don't have the B in it. I definitely have unit. I think that's definitely right.
Well, you kept saying Clue. I'm thinking KLU.
Oh, I think it's CLU.
Is it? I don't know. They do-
KLUE. Why would you think it's KLUE?
Because this is a video game. It's not like the board game Clue. Why would it be
Or
CLUE?
a clue.
Wait, why would it
Hey,
be
the
CLUE?
video game world, we do cool stuff, guys.
Wait
We're
a second.
edgy. We flip the C for the K.
Why are you acting so tough that it's K? Why would CLUE be like more?
Because that's what it says in the thing.
Oh,
he
it
says
does?
it in the movie.
Where do they spell it in the movie?
The dad says, he goes, Clue. I made Clue. And he's like, CLU. And he
did.
tells his
All
dad
right.
what the
Well,
definition
I
is.
didn't remember that detail.
It's okay.
Okay. Well, I was watching like the European version, and they spell a clue with a K L.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
It's I meant French. Geely.
Oh my gosh.
So now, oh yeah, so now we get like that weird moment, like they're on another ship, kind of thing, right? This whole scene's wild. So Sam's asked by Cora to describe the sun, and he's like, "Well, I've never been asked to do that before." Then he goes, he says like a bunch of words, but then he's beautiful, and he looks at her. I'm like, this is very weird. His dad like designed this thing. He knows it's not real, and he's like in love with her. This guy could have any girl. He's like one of the richest guys. Even if he didn't have a ton of money, if he just had enough money, he has the coolest apartment. You bring a girl back there, you're in. You're in like sin. But it's just insane. And then the ship that they're on somehow gets sucked up by cruise ship, right?
Okay. Why are there ships? They're not in outer space.
I don't
They're
know.
not in
Why
outer
are they
space.
floating? I know.
I mean, so like, I mean, so I was waiting for you to, stop mentioning the ship because
I know, but in this world, everything up is down, left
no,
is
I know,
right.
but I'm just saying,
Cats
like,
are
but
dogs.
that's
I
why
know.
it's like, why a ship? Like,
I know. Why are
now
they? I
because
know.
the world is like a space. Like this movie is like a space movie. Once they get into Tron world, it does feel like it's a science fiction space movie. Fine. Then again, don't call it Tron. This is they could be on another planet, and this is how they deal with things, and they have to play these games and whatever. I'm all for that. But when you start getting ships and all that, it's like you are basically making a science fiction space movie without making a science fiction
Star
space
Wars.
movie. I mean, really,
It's
yeah.
like making your own sort of Star
we're
Wars.
leading towards Star Wars as we speak with the spaceship, and now the next scene. So yeah, okay.
But how they get sucked into the spaceship is like Star Wars when they get sucked on. But in Star Wars, they know that they brought them on. Like in this one, they sort of accidentally get sucked on because nobody notices them, right? And Cora's like, I'm gonna get caught to get behind everything. And you're thinking that was like sort of some kind of plan. No, she just went off on her own. Like just put herself in the harm's way.
Which again, she's carrying all his information. So she's again sacrificing herself with all the information, the private information. He should be like, no, you can't do it. Let me go. I mean, like, like something like it doesn't like again, why you put it in her when she's constantly in harm's way.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's like Sally in Nightmare Before Christmas, like always just like jumping off stuff and getting into trouble. Because this whole movie, even this scene, biggest question, this one I wrote down. It's so true, especially when it comes to bad guys that we've covered. How do you jump farther? Is it just running and jumping off something? Or if you run and you do a front flip, does that make you jump farther? Because I'm like, dude, he jumps over what, again, in this world, if you miss, I guess you fall to your death. But he barely makes it, the bad guy, and he did a front flip. And it's like, can you imagine dying? It's like, oh my God, honey, how'd you die? Oh my gosh, trying to do this like front flip off of a roof.
But if I jumped normal, I probably would have made it, kind of thing.
Yeah. Oh, jump normal, babe. 100% make it.
Well, see,
I'm
so
super alive right now.
But that's what I wanted. Like, so even like in the frisbee game, like when they cut the floor, they fall to the ground. Are they falling in space? Like, well,
some people explode it, right? We saw one guy like sort of shatter. The one guy hit the fan. The other guy hit the ground and disintegrated. So I don't know. Do you just keep falling forever?
I'm saying but a human, would they keep falling? Like, is it a space thing? So I don't know. But yeah, like again, you always see a lot of these like ninja or whatever. They're always doing the flips. It just seems like it doesn't make sense that like you'd get there a lot further if you just jump normal.
Yeah.
Or dive roll, like or something. Like
something.
Flipping, I would think would slow you down.
Yes.
And you would come a little short.
Insane. So now, so at this point, she's captive. We get Clue. He's giving like this patent speech to like this army that he somehow has there. And I'm like, where are they going? Again, tell us that. Like, where is the end? Like, you know what I would love? It's like the reason I wanted Sam here was to open the portal so we could get out and take over Earth.
That would be a different movie. That'd be cool.
That would have like been amazing. Like, okay, that makes sense. He just wanted to bring him out of hiding, and I'm going to be really pissed if that was the point of this movie. But I don't think it was. I really don't.
So
think
maybe he wants to get rid of him because he's afraid that he's the only one that can get rid of him.
Oh, 100%.
Right.
No,
so
I agree. I think that's what it was.
But first of all, the whole portal thing, I don't understand either. I mean, like, so like, like you get sucked, like in the first game, you get sucked in the game, that portal stayed open the whole time.
Yeah, I know.
Like in this movie, so when he came in there, the portal stayed open since he got sucked in there. And why does it close after a certain time?
I know.
Right?
Yeah, you would think if you go in, I would think when Jeff Bridges designed this originally, if you go in the game, there's a door to get right out.
Or okay, yeah, you would think he'd learn from his first mistake, right? So he got stuck in there. So like, all right, there's always an exit. Like, I'd never want to
Mhm.
get stuck in the game again. No, clearly he
Nope.
doesn't. Yeah, okay.
Well, the son gets picked up right away as
That's
soon as he gets in the game. But one badass line the son has, like right at the same time when Clue's giving the speech, is when they get surrounded, and he goes, "What? This? He's on a." He said something like, "State your name, program," and he goes, "I'm not a program. My name's Sam Flynn." Then he starts destroying everyone. Did you catch what Flynn did? So Jeff Bridges pulls a Fonzie when he's talking to one of the robots. He goes, "I need something." I forget what he asked for. "I need access to something." And the guy said, "No." And he goes, "Boom." And he hits him in the head. And he goes, "I need access to that." And "Yes, sir." I'm like,
so,
wait, what?
so stupid.
He pulled a Fonzie with a robot in this movie?
That's so stupid.
Yeah. And he says the line in this movie, he says "radical man." In the next scene, he says the line "radical man."
See,
Oh, and they're
get.
flying. Oh, yeah, when they start flying. So from this scene,
Oh,
again, that's what it is about action movies we cover, ones like this, especially sci-fi. There's so much stuff that is just like amazing, but it's like 10 minutes of amazing and really nothing to talk about. But when they get away and they go into that flying car, which where the hell did that come from? Which we find out later what Clue does. Clue turns into a plane, which is like insane.
This whole
There's
movie's
no
insane.
rules. There's no
I was
rules
going to say
in
that
this.
there's absolutely no rules in this movie. So-
Yeah, I know. But when they're in the plane, like sort of like the invisible looking plane, and it's like, "Sam, you get on the turret," and he's like, "We gotta take out 5 of them," and he's like,
And again, a master at that as well. Like
He's pretty good.
I mean, if you've never shot a turret before, which I'm assuming
"That's
he's
very
never done.
That's Star Wars. That's the end." of Star
100% it's Star Wars. The whole
I know,
scene,
it's the
because that was when Luke switched with what helped him, Han Solo out on the Millennium Falcon, and he killed.
Yeah.
Remember he goes, "Don't get so cocky, kid." That
Yep.
was Star Wars again. But like he mastered that as well as the ring thing, the motorcycle, like everything he did it to perfection.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a pro.
Yeah.
Another line. This is my last line about the haircut. I said, "Why couldn't Flynn give Cora a normal haircut? She looks like Miss Lippy."
Miss. Oh wait, from
L-
Monsters Inc.
Lippy
No.
from Billy Madison.
Oh, I thought you were saying like Monsters Inc. The little woman. That
No.
Oh no, I'm
Miss
sorry.
Lippy.
The Incredibles. I was thinking of the Incredibles. With the big glasses that makes the suits.
Oh yeah. No, not her, but no, Miss Lippy, because she has like that weird. She has that really like the perfect straight line, like a doll.
I can't believe you're this disturbed over her hair.
It's
And I
something.
really like I looked past it within seconds. I'm just thinking like it was like anime because
You just thought, "Oh my God, there's flying planes." The CGI.
well, she kind of
on
looks
young
like
Jack
was it Lucy or what? Not maybe it wasn't Lucy. What I think. It
Oh,
was Lucy.
dude. Oh my God, the one with Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah,
Lucy, when
like-
she looked weird like that.
Yeah,
Yes,
and I
you're
think
right.
it's the same kind of haircut. I'm like, all right, I can
God,
look
what a
past it.
weird movie that was.
Oh,
With
the
Morgan
ending of that?
Freeman.
You remember the ending of that?
I think
she
do, right?
turns into like a USB or something like a something like. It was
Oh yeah, no, I remember something. I remember her just being surrounded and like very large, like she started growing or something.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
It's
very weird.
okay.
So so they start taking a bunch of people out, and then we find the Rinsler, which is Tron, which was revealed like not too far before that, because Jeff Bridges is like, "Hey, it's him," and then he like ducks and hides. But then he turns and he goes, "I fight for the users," and he gave up his life for them and died.
Why would he
It's
do
killed
that?
by Clue.
After all this, then he in seconds, like he really didn't last long.
Yeah.
Like
How about when they're falling? How about when they're falling from the sky? Like, and he's beating the shit out of Clue is beating up Rinsler. And then at the very end, he like kicks him to make him die. He like kicks him into the water.
But-
And then that's when he turns into a plane.
So and that's like again like when like is there a sky like what are they just like in a galaxy in this Tron world like it was
Yeah.
just so confusing of what's like what I was watching so
Yeah.
Yeah.
It made no sense.
but turning
And
into a
then we
plane
get to
was,
then we get from this part after this, he turns into a plane, and then we get like
Yeah,
one
by
of
the way
those scenes-
if someone's listening to this and didn't see the movie. This sounds so ridiculous. What
They
you just
sound
said
like,
that he
like
turns
we're
into
on
a plane.
mushrooms, I know. Yeah, then the guy turns into a plane. No, that's true. He turns into a plane,
Okay.
which is insanity.
Yeah.
But when we have this stupid like I always hated this in movies. It's almost like you think Mortal Kombat, like that one fighting area where you
Oh,
fall off and you fall, ugh, and you fall into the spikes. Like every time, like you're telling me when you're attempting to throw the guy you're trying to kill, you're gonna perfectly throw them in that straight line right behind you and not left to right. Like it takes more energy to throw them behind you, and like somehow nobody's falling off of like this like tight area, and then you have Clue and Flynn,
I
and
call it
the
the
way he's
Jedi
just
Bridge, is what I was
yes,
calling it.
exactly. No, 100%.
Yeah.
Again, it's the same ending. It's
Yep.
very weird the
It
similarities between the movies.
absolutely.
Like right now, it's
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
they do the old do-si-do, they make the fake disc
Yep.
to and then he looks over and her disc is empty and he's like,
Well,
"Ooh,"
because he
and
took
the
it. Remember? He took,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he did the old switcheroo and, "Oh, he had it," and then she was like and then he gives that look and he's like, "I'm gonna jump across," and he's holding by his fingers, and you're like, "What
So
the"
ridiculous. Like this whole fight sequence on the
Oh my
bridge and
god.
everything else, it's just like so over the top. It just
Dude, when he turns into a Hoover steam vac and he's sucking the air around him, I was like, what is I'm never dude, you could ask me a million things. I thought he was gonna jump across. That's what I thought was gonna happen.
they
I thought
made it look
he
like that.
because he was getting like
Yes.
energized, sort of,
Yes.
and I thought he was gonna do like a run and fly. No, the fact that he sucks him over to him.
I really feel like like
No
I
setup to that. There's not like one time he did like a little
no, no,
sucking.
no. I was like, I'm trying to think. Like, I feel like when they came to this part of the movie, like they're like, there was no like, what are we gonna do? Like, how are we gonna like make this climatic? And like the things that you put in there, I would never think that would be brought up at the boardroom. Like saying, hey, you know what? We're gonna have him turn to a plane. We're gonna turn to a vacuum. Like all this stuff. Like this is a Tron movie, and they're taking it to a whole different level. Like I don't know.
Do you think like the writer of the movie was trying to figure out the ending and the director, and they're like, they're sitting there, and the janitor comes in, and he dumps out the trash, and they're like, "Hey,
They've been there for
dude,
like
we're
3 hours,
behind,
and they're like,
Frank,
we just can't come up with anything.
Frank, what do you think?" And he's like, "Oh," and then the guy turns into a plane. They're like, "Holy shit, that might work." All right,
Or no,
what
or
else?
he
What else?
or you hear, like, the one guy at the board meeting going, "Vacuum, vacuum," and the guy's like, "Vacuum? That's
Frank
a
had
great
yeah,
idea."
Frank had the vacuum. He was using the vacuum.
So dumb. It's
They're like, "Oh, what should he do? Should he fly?" And Frank's just like vacuuming the lamps.
wasn't that was it in Spaceballs with a vacuum? What movie had a vac
It was a giant vacuum,
it
the
was
bad
in
guy thing.
Spaceballs,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Sucking everything in
So I can blow.
space. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, not blow.
No, she went from suck to blow. It
Oh
went
yeah, she went. God, what a great movie! I'm very excited. I hope the new one's gonna be.
yeah, I'm kinda
History of
nervous.
the World was good. History of the World. I should rewatch. It was
You
good.
know, I watched it, some of it was funny, some of it was like
Yeah.
it definitely did not have the same humor as years ago, so I'm hoping with Mel Brooks in the movie, I'm hoping it's, they could do something. I just wish like
Yogurt.
uh,
Isn't it crazy if somebody would have told him all those years ago, you're going to be 100 and you're going to play yogurt?
oh, wasn't
You're
Yogurt
not going
like
to act for 25 years and then you're going to be yogurt.
wasn't Yogurt like 100 years old in the movie anyway? Like the
He
character?
was really old, yeah.
It just,
Merchandising.
it just stinks because you got so many great actors that are no longer around that were in the
I
first
know.
movie that could have been in
Yeah,
this
yeah.
movie, so
I hope they get like John Candy's kid. Did you watch the Candy doc yet?
I'm hesitant because, like, I didn't see the Val Kilmer one either, and I just feel like or I didn't even see the Chris Farley. I feel like they're just sad. Like, I don't wanna get
Oh, no, I think this is more celebrating because I saw
okay.
some good clips. I've been very tired with work, but it's
I
like
do
a
wanna see it.
podcast.
I mean
I've watched like the first 15, 20 minutes talking about his early life.
okay.
Nothing sad that I've
Okay.
gotten to.
'Cause I do wanna see I mean, like, I know, like, so many people talked about I saw the clips of, like, everybody talking about him, and everybody
Oh
loved him.
yeah.
Like,
And they
he
seem like good clips. Like they're talking about
yeah.
memories of him. So I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, this is gonna be something come out like, oh my God, he was actually a monster.
And you know
Nothing
what?
like
It's gonna
that.
make you wanna watch some of his old movies again. Summer
Oh, dude,
Rental
I
and
thought about that today. I want to get my kids to watch Uncle Buck
oh,
because they
Uncle
love Emerson loves Macaulay Culkin, and I'm like, that's
you
perfect.
should also do Harry Crumb. I mean,
Oh,
because
yeah,
it's
I heard
silly.
them.
I mean, I
Oh,
love Summer Rental, but
Great
Summer Rental might
Outdoors,
be
Summer Rental,
oh,
those are, like, actually, like, really good family movies,
no,
yeah.
they are. They are.
Little Canadian Bacon?
Or
Classic.
what's the one with he plays the sister or the mo
Oh,
the
that's in Nothing But Trouble
yeah,
when
yeah,
he
okay.
plays the
Yeah,
twins,
yeah.
and then his last movie was a
I
pretty
never saw that one, by the way.
Wagons East.
Oh,
What?
with Dennis Miller? No, not Dennis Miller,
N No, Richard,
I always get them confused. Richard,
Larry's
Curb.
buddy who just
Yeah,
passed
Curb
away.
from Curb.
Yeah, Richard
Lewis.
Lewis.
Richard
Yeah,
Dennis
yeah.
Miller, Richard Lewis, same thing. So, yeah.
Wait, you never seen Nothing But Trouble?
I saw parts of it.
Dude, you
I
have to watch it because you'll never look at Dan Aykroyd the same way again because his nose looked like a
I know,
hot
I
dog.
know.
It's
I know,
very
I
gross.
saw parts of it. I saw the dinner scene where they're all around a dinner, like, I don't know if I
Ugh.
saw the whole thing, 'cause I thought
That's a great How Did This Get Made episode. That's one that's way too short.
oh, okay.
It's like a 36-minute because it was early on in that podcast.
Was the
But
movie stupid? Like, I thought it was, like, stupid, like, that's
very
why
stupid.
okay, so
Oh,
it's
dude,
not
the
even
fact that Demi Moore got convinced to do that movie was
okay.
nuts. Because I think she just did like GI, not GI Jane, something really good just before that. Oh, Striptease, maybe one of
Or
those.
no, maybe
right
no, she probably did A Few
before.
Good Men.
Maybe, yeah. I think, yeah, Nothing But Trouble. I remember it was after I had my hernia surgery in like second grade. And I remember just like watching that movie and having like grilled cheese because I didn't eat in a day. And that movie was on like Cinemax or
Yeah.
Showtime
Yeah.
all
All
the
the time.
time. Ugh.
So it
His
wasn't that
nose,
funny.
dude.
You don't think it was that funny? Like,
But
I
it is worth it. No, it's so bad it's good. Yeah.
and I think that's why I didn't watch it, because I remember not like, I wasn't sure if, like, I
Dude,
saw a
what's
couple
his
scenes.
name's in the movie? The rapper, whatever, the guy that used to wear the fake nose.
Oh, Humpty Dumpty? What, Humpty Dance?
Humpty Dumpty gets arrested in it. What's his name gets arrested? The Baldwin brother, heavier set one that's in Vampires, John Carpenter's Vampires. He's like
Daniel?
the brother that Danny that barely acts.
Yeah.
But yeah, Danny's in it as like
Oh
an
my
Italian
gosh.
guy gets pulled over.
Oh,
There's a
man.
thing called like the bone chomper. It's
Oh,
silly. It's
okay.
definitely a silly movie.
Alright.
But yeah, you should definitely check it out.
Alright.
But yeah, so now back to that was a good tangent. So
Well,
now back
before you go,
yeah.
one more. So is
Mhm.
it, like, silly? Because I love Transylvania 65000, and that's
Yeah,
silly. Is it better? Like, is Transylvania way better?
no, it's not even the same.
Not even a category.
Right.
Okay.
No. Transylvania 65000 is a really
It is. No,
spot on
but
comedy.
it is silly.
That's
But it's silly. Right.
Oh no, but it's spot on. This one's just really bad. The writing in the movie is terrible.
Okay.
It was Aykroyd, and I think his brother wrote the movie.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Alright,
it's
fair
pretty
enough.
bad. But the people they get in it because of who they are
Yeah.
are good. Like all the other actors are
No,
really
sure.
funny.
Okay.
But so now at this point, like Clue is attempting to get in the portal, and this is when he uses the powers to suck him in, and then they explode. And then I'm like, so you interpreted that as like Clue's in the main world? I thought that was like
No,
everything
not
got
Clue. I'm
destroyed.
sorry. I was thinking of the girl.
Oh, you meant Cora? Okay.
Yeah, Cora. So Cora is in the main world, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So that's what I'm like. That's when you say Clue, I was thinking her. So yeah, no, he got destroyed, but Clara made it to the main world with him. And so like, but being in the real world, she looks human. Like is like
Oh, I know.
like I don't know where they were gonna go with that, but now she's not even in the movie, so that makes no sense. Like that was a
Yeah.
good setup to say, hey, we have an AI that's real now, that's living, in the real world, and that maybe it's how
And it has all the information to maybe like do
or
better things.
or
in
it
the
turns into
world.
like an iRobot situation. You can because it's in the real world, but like there's nothing to do with that. They're like
Yeah.
that. Why would they not follow that formula? I don't know.
And
So.
what another thing that's dumb? How did the friend get there? The old man's friend.
Yeah.
He got paged.
Yeah.
When did Sam page him? We didn't get a page scene.
So stupid.
They were about to leave. Let me page him. Why would they not show us that was a real thing that's in that world?
Yeah.
He was just waiting for him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm going to be the president. Oh yeah, you're going to take over.
You know what? And I think that would have looked. I think like you kind of said it before. I think it would have been a better ending if the friend turned around and he looked in the mirror or something like that, and it was Clue. Like Clue is in the friends or something like that, and like now
it
you
should
got
have
a
been
good
the
setup.
eyeball or something.
Yeah,
of
something.
Cora.
Yeah. So
the last line in the movie, she says, "What's next, Sam?" And then they go off in the drive. She sees the sunset. I wrote the last line should have been haircut.
Okay.
So
So wait. So in Sam's world, he's gonna start a relationship with a AI girl?
yeah, and he made that decision, and also that he's going to take over this huge company.
But do you the taking over the company, fine, whatever.
Yeah.
But you're telling me Jeff Bridges gave her all the lady parts and they're
Oh,
working?
I know.
I mean, like,
Makes no
like
sense.
this
Yeah.
is like you said, he's a rich kid, he's good looking kid, whatever, and he AI. This is the relationship he wants,
Weird. Yeah.
which he
They're
really
like,
can't
hey,
have.
oh yeah, do you know who she is? She's a robot.
And does she need to be charged ever? Like,
Oh,
I mean, she's in the real world now. Like,
yeah.
okay, all right. Anyway,
Shut your yapper, honey. Go charge yourself. She's just like charged in the corner when the boys are over to watch football.
or like he goes, "Honey, can you plug me in to charge me?" And she goes, "Yeah." And then the football game's on. He doesn't plug her in, but she thinks it's just
Then she's
so
oh
stupid.
my god.
So stupid.
So Tron Legacy. Would you recommend somebody to watch this movie?
So here's the thing. I'll tell you one last gripe I had with this movie. It was way
Okay.
too long.
Oh, it
And
was
and
insanely
so
long.
so if it was much shorter, if it was an hour and a half movie, I would say, listen, you know what, visually it's pretty cool. For whatever it is, it's I don't think it's a Tron movie. I don't know what it is, but it's only a half hour, an hour and a half. There's good action scenes, fine. But being that it was 2 hours, it did feel like it was a very long movie. Too long for a movie like this. So I'm gonna say
Yeah.
no. Yeah, because you really need to sit down, pay attention, and it's just, there's way better 2 hour movies. Like I find, like I have 2 hour movies that I want to see, but I need time to see it. This will just
Yeah.
waste time of your 2 hours to sit down and watch when there's other better 2 hour movies that you get to sit down. Like you always need you need time for a 2 hour movie. This is not one
Yeah.
of them. That's my
Give me 90-minute runtime. Yeah, no, I think for visually, I'd watch clips
yeah.
because the action scenes are really good. The frisbee one, the grid one, some of
Correct.
the chase sequences, very cool. But no,
Yeah.
not what I want to watch in October. But what I want to watch is a sequel, one of Jamie's favorite horror sequels of all time. Finally, we're covering it. Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, Dream Warriors, which I know this is a huge favorite of yours, and it was great to be able to talk to the art director on
Wait,
that movie.
before you go further,
Yeah.
I'm nervous
Why are
because
you nervous?
because
You
I
haven't
said the
seen it in a
same.
while?
Well, I haven't seen it since I was younger. It was great when I saw it in the theater. It was great, but I also thought Superman 2 was one of the greatest sequels of all time. And then watching it
Oh, you're right.
years later, so I'm just hoping Dream Warriors holds up. That's all.
I think it will. I think it
Okay.
will.
Okay.
But yeah, so I talked with Mick Strawn, amazing guy. Now he's still doing the production design work, art department stuff, a little bit of special effects, but he's directing. You check out his new film that he's director and producer of, Solitude. You watch it on Tubi. Very cool movie. One thing I love when it comes to horror flicks, especially independent ones, is when it's an idea. When I see it, I go, I've never seen that before. It's a reality show like the ones that are like not Naked and Afraid, but the one like Alone, and it's about somebody documenting themselves. They're just by themselves, and you slowly see this actor's kind of going crazy. You're trying to figure out, hey, what's out there, what's lurking. And she's an actress that she didn't do much, but she crushes in that role. Mick did a great job too. And then he has a movie, Pig Hill, that he's a production designer on. So be sure to check it out. But man, his career, he's done it all. His first film that he's credited on is Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo, which
Nice.
is funny because that is the set that is used at the same year as Nightmare on Elm Street. Then he goes on to work on 3 and 4. And then his sister, which kind of got him into the business because she was like doing a little bit of acting. Then she comes back into California. He starts working, he gets her work. She starts becoming a production designer, but really cool stories from his career. And his credits, man, look it up. I'll put it in the episode notes. He's worked with like Critters, Candyman. He worked with Rosanna Ton. He worked on the Fantastic Four movie that was done by Roger Corman. So much stuff. Really cool dude. So yeah, so that'll be what's up next on Halloween. That'll get released. How you like that, Jamie?
I'm excited. Like I've been holding off watching this because I knew one day would do it.
Yeah.
And like I said, I just really hope it holds up. What do you know what year it came out? Gotta be late 80s, you think?
My guess would be 85 or
Okay, so
86.
I was in middle school, like 87-ish, like seventh grade. So, seeing like these kids with the superhero powers and all that stuff, like, Dungeon Dragon kind of stuff. And it just like, I remember it being really cool. I just hope it does hold up.
87 it came out.
Okay. So there you go, seventh grade. So yeah, I saw it at the theater and yeah, I mean, I'm sure it'll hold up. I mean,
I think, dude, no joke. I think this is the highest rated horror movie. I don't know, maybe the first one has a high rating, but thinking about Friday the 13th, this movie has a 68% of Rotten Tomatoes, 6.7 on IMDb. That's pretty high for a horror movie.
well, I think with this one, because and again, it's in a way, it's sort of a superhero versus Freddy, right? They all have.
Changes the franchise, right? It's kind of
It,
like the Friday Jason Lives. It changes the arc of how the movies
it
are
does,
done.
but what it also does is it gives it. It's almost like the Avengers of Freddy, right? Because each character has their moments with Freddy where they're able to do what they can, and obviously Freddy, overpowers, but
Yeah.
they're all able to do a little something to him, and so like you think there's a chance, kind of thing. So I think it was entertaining in that aspect. So yeah, if I remember
Yeah.
correctly.
And Chuck Russell directed the movie. Frank Darabont helped write it. And Chuck Russell, like, it's funny that we're covering this in a couple weeks. He recently did an interview and talked about wanting to do it. He would love to get back in the franchise. And it's like, that's cool because that's the big one that kind of put him on the map. And then his career launch, just like Rennie Harlan with the next. So
You know what?
these
If they
movies
did a new
worked.
Nightmare on Elm Street, I mean, like, to me, you know, they do a lot of these remakes and they've done Halloween now, they've done Friday, there's no reason why they can't do Nightmare. I mean, and I think it would do well. I know they did a remake of Friday, but it wasn't the same. Like it was more
No.
serious. Like they need
Oh,
like the
yeah.
comedy horror aspect of Freddy, you know.
100%.
So
And before I end the episode, Lawrence Fishburne's name in this movie is Larry Fishburne in the credits.
oh my gosh. Well, this might have been around the same time he was on Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Definitely.
So
100%.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, no. So Mick next week, and then in 2 weeks, Nightmare on Elm Street 3, and then we got some other fun stuff, possibly some American Gladiators. Jamie's been hard at work, and we're gonna get those interviews out. So don't forget to review, rate, share our podcast. Follow us on all social media at Sequels Only. Don't forget to check out our website, sequelsonly.com. Good night.
Good night.